what is supposed to be said or guided. When you are making a variation, you are supposed to cause an agenda taking back to the CDF committee of additional works to be done. For instance, you decide to add water reticulation. You are supposed to include it, to say we omitted on this project, supposed to have water connected to it. Then the CDF committee has to call for a short meeting to make that approval, which will be costed by you people. So the director of engineering is supposed to take that report, or the director planning is supposed to take that report to the CDF committee. Upon approval, it goes through the same process of approval if it's the PRGO or the Ministry of Law Government or whichever office that is supposed to. Until it is approved, it comes back now for flotation on the EGP. So once it is done and you identify a bidder approved, then that's the person who does the works. So for the particular project he's talking about, you don't have any evidence. As we follow what you submit to us, acting town clerk and your team. And you have no courtesy to the contractors. Whatever the reasons, you don't need it to be personal. It's procedure that you engage these contractors. And especially that BKB, is it BKB, is a local contractor in Chongwe. And in your routine monitoring programs, if at all those monitoring programs are taking place, you can drive to where they are domiciled, where they are found. Engage them. Let's go to the site. This project ended here. According to us, you have not responded to our letters we have written to you. Tomorrow these same contractors will rise and say we were not written to. A letter is not even sent to them. And when you send a letter, someone must acknowledge for that letter. I received this letter. You send through a messenger who says yes, I've received, and he has signed for it. If he refuses to respond, you have copy of evidence to say he signed for this, for the receipt of the letter. The other issue I've observed at Chongwe Council is that you cannot be constructing a health center, maternity, whatever, without water. Town clerk. How do they operate a health post? How do they operate these facilities without furniture? A project of 2022, in 2023, you do a top-up, you don't add the furniture. 2024, it is completed, you don't even top up to buy furniture. How do you expect it to be used? Are they going to work whilst standing? The answer is no. No wonder you have a project. 1 year, is it 7 months? A project is not completed. It's not even commissioned. Then you seem to have a system where a project that is not even fully completed, you write a completion certificate, director, engineering. You write a certificate. You don't call it even whether it's a partial completion or it's a full completion. If it is a full completion, you hand it over to the Ministry of Education. Here you have put the Ministry of Education to be on the spot. But if you tomorrow we call the DEBs, that these letters you are purporting to have handed them to the DEBs, and you went on site to tell the DEBs this is the school that we handed over to you, you find that these letters were just being manufactured for the purpose of this meeting. You cannot explain that. Especially you are a municipal council. So, all these processes is either a project not commissioned minimum for wait period is 9 months. Why we are counting ourselves? We are counting at the date of audit in July 2024. This is a project from 2022, some of them 2023. So most of these projects that you are seeing handed over in 2024 are actually 2022 projects. When you look at your analysis of the 2023, these projects for 2023 that were approved, they are still running. They will go up to 2025, some of them 2026. You have seen one where you have said that, is it the last one there? You have said that the liability period is up to 2026 May. There is one project here, meaning that this is the actual 2023 project, which was delayed. And what we have not seen from your demeanor and from the report, we have not seen any care of the guidance from the president of the government to say that the project should be commissioned, handed over within the financial year. If there is a delay, like the 4 million which came on is it November 29th, there you can explain that this is 4 million, but the other money out of 16 million which is meant for community projects, how did you account for it? It is not fair for Chongwe Council to fail to identify cooperatives which have a problem in account numbers from January 2023 to July 2024. Until auditors came in, that's when you realized, technocrats, if this is the attitude, if this is the way we work, are you sure we can change this country as desired by our powers up there who want us to transform this country using the CDF? If you don't understand, go and have a meeting, introspect. Are we doing the correct things? Are we guiding our politicians or our CDF committee properly? Are the procurement committees meeting on time? Members of parliament sit in the CDF committees. Check the dates when they make these resolutions, and when you technocrats take over the processes, you have one excuse to another. You don't have financials. This is the only report I wrote somewhere. I didn't want to be unfair. I said this is the report since I started this year's analysis of. This is the only report where it has no IPCs. If there is one, you can hardly see maybe one. And you must have standard completion certificates. This is not the standard. The Minister of Local Government has guided. There have certain elements that you can even check. A completion certificate should have this signature and that signature, whatever element is there. This is not the standard. And you are a municipal council. Don't do it for someone else. Do it for Zambia. When you sit there, there's no any other person. It's you to change, you and ourselves. That's why we are doing this ourselves. We feel that this favor we are getting through the enhanced CDF can change this country. But the problem that you have, you go back to WhatsApp groups. How was it? No, this question, we did it. Instead of going back and saying, what wrong things are we doing? Look at Kafue. Don't be ashamed. Go and learn from Kafue. How come Kafue can have zero audit on specific issues? Even the cross-cutting issues, we tried to look at this and that. You cannot beat Kafue so far. Look at Kalulushi. Kalulushi we tried, it's only that the attachments were not there. But if you look at the report generally, it's a fair report. What is she doing there? Look at Chisamba. Then the other two councils I've just forgotten. Go and learn. Don't fear because you are a municipal council. Do the correct things. My engineer, engineer, you are the critical person to help this council. Planner, audit. You can't tell me 2-3 years of transactions you don't do post-audit. Why have you provided that space? And all these payments to local contractors, you transfer money, all these payments to local contractors or contractors outside Chongwe. No one has acquitted for any voucher. You take it normal. Director engineering, director finance. It's a normal thing. But this is an omission. Someone must follow up. Who is this contractor we transferred the money to? It's double entry. You call it double entry basically. If I pay credit and debit, someone who receives, he must acknowledge receipt. In our small Tuntemba, we do business. Once they do a transfer, they follow you. We did a transfer to you. Can we have even a receipt? But in the councils, it's no more. Most of the councils will come here, honorable members, with vouchers that have not been acquitted. These, all of them. I always say, if this is the basis of your assessing director finance, whether you're in charge of your department and people are doing the correct things, if this is the basis, then you wouldn't qualify. Every day we report to check this, to check our subordinates, procurement, audit. Audit, you are independent, you are the advisor, the gatekeeper. You do the correct thing. You always hide in the no, we were guided, no post audit. The other one said no, we did the proper. Most of them, they'll tell you that pre-audit, we were guided in order to buy Ministry of Finance. And Ministry of Finance has guided, no. Even post-audit you can do, pre-audit you can do, which you have provided yourselves, but you seem not to be doing. And if you are going to do it from today, you'll be just doing it for CDF. Other programs you abandon. What I'm trying to communicate on behalf of the committee, are we doing the correct things in our offices? If not, let's check ourselves. We are just privileged. We are not the best. So many people out there, if you realize, then we have a problem. We will make recommendations, individual and group recommendations. We are not going to fail this country, as we have vowed with this committee. We are going to help our government, we are going to help our country. No personal issues with anyone. Just do the correct things like the curfew has done. Don't complain. Just go back and start today. If it means moving all of you, that Land Cruiser is big. Go project by project. Council secretary, get involved. Oh, town clerk, this is a project. Why? Where is the contractor? He's a local person. Let's involve him. If you do that, you will never appear. But the problem is what we are talking about. This social media you'll be talking about. No. Did you see that one? I tried. That one was asking this. As we are not technical, we are merely making follow-ups on behalf of the country. The people of Zambia want to see the public resources being utilized for their help. Those clinics, if you have been saying that they have been commissioned, I don't know which commissioning. There is commissioning to the debts, there is another commissioning. So we want you to commission to hand over and close the accounts. Let us have one completion certificate. If it's partial, indicate partial. At the partial, disclose the finances. So we would like to see all those finances, director engineering, those projects, all of them, the financials submit to this secretariat. Submit those financials and IPCs, all of them. Go to the Minister of Local Government, Mr. Kazinga, from this session, help them to get a proper completion certificate. Send it as a circular to all the councils if we are to guard these resources and to show that we are being fair to these officers. I could continue talking and talking. We wish a substantive town clerk for a big council like Chongwe is given. If it is you, can you show that you deserve to be promoted? If you not let the commission move in commission, let us resolve the problems of Chongwe so that we see progress taking place in Chongwe. With that said, I would like to withdraw the immunity that area conferred on you. From now on, you are on your own. Go and put your house in order. I thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Chongwe Municipal Council appearing before the Committee on Local Government Accounts, which is considering the report over the Auditor General on the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. Remember, the committee is not yet done, but still more we do expect the committee to receive submissions from Chilanga Town Council, and thereafter we do also expect Chasefu and Chadiza Town Councils also to make appearance before the Committee on Local Government Accounts. We acknowledge all our viewers right on our Facebook page, that's the National Assembly of Zambia, and we would also like to call upon you, some viewers who have not yet liked our Facebook page, please to do so that you don't miss any inch of whatever is happening right here on Parliament television, a station dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you. We do take a short break, and on the other side, the committee is expected to receive submissions from Chilanga Town Council.